watching the 2025 SIAC Men's and Women's Basketball Championships presented by Cricket. Glad you could join us for our coverage here. Charles Warren alongside A.A. Moore as we feature our second ball game of the day in quarterfinal action. It will pit the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee University and the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill College vying for a spot in the semifinals. And A.A., as we talk about the lead into this ball game, we talk about these teams. The Lady Badgers of Spring Hill, similar to the Magicians of Lamar Owens College, did not win the majority of the ball games of the year, but they won down the stretch when it really counted.
Well, more importantly, they won the one game that they needed to win to get here, because they weren't doing a lot of winning down the stretch either, quite honestly, Charles, but they were able to go into Jacksonville, Florida, get the win over Edward Waters to advance here to the main part of the bracket here in the quarterfinals, where they'll take on this Tuskegee squad, which really was one game away from winning the number one seed in a share of the Western Division crown.
Take a look at the starting lineup. So the Badgers of Spring Hill, Sevier, Garrido, Valles, Duda, and Hunter. Hunter and Duda recognized for all conference standings prior to the start of this ball game. And for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee, Jasmine Manwood, Brittany Boland, she was named to the conference all-conference team. Cyan Holmes, Alani Cantone transferred from Kentucky State, first team all-conference for the Golden Tigers, and LaDeja Hughley, the 5 for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. Duda in the circle. They await the officials as it's Cyan Holmes that'll get set to jump for Tuskegee. Officials for this afternoon's ball game, Tanita Dudas, Phoebe Smith, and Quinice Spearman with the call here as we get set for quarterfinal action. Golden Tigers and the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill, they met twice during the regular season. Tuskegee won both of those, but this is quarterfinal play as Duda and Holmes jump, and Tuskegee with first dibs offensively, half-court set. They handle it with Hughley out front.
Tuskegee, not a big scoring team, not even averaging 60 a game, but they got hot during the midsection of the year, won 10 in a row, but again, that loss is what has them as the number 2 seed. Offensive rebound put in by Hughley.
Hughley.
Spring Hill is going to shoot the basketball. They shoot a lot of threes, and this is one of their top shooters with the ball in her hand. Kellen Hunter, first team all-conference. She can put the ball in the basket.
Left side, Valles with a shot there. Missed on the right, missed on that shot, and Tuskegee with the basketball back the other way. Tuskegee
Going to look inside first, but they've got some shooters, and one of their best shooters right there with the ball in her hand, number 23, Brittany Boland.
On the move, Cantone, first team all-conference. Boland with it, pushes back up top to Cantone. 8 to shoot for Tuskegee. Cantone all the way to the rack right side, and she got the lay-in, and she's fouled. She'll be at the line for Tuskegee to shoot.
You talk about Cantone, and she has been a winner last year at Kentucky State. She played in the conference championship game against Miles, had a big ball game, if I remember correctly, but she obviously one of the top scorers here, in fact, is the top scorer for these Golden Tigers.
Indeed she is. Leads them with 12 points per ball game and got the free throw there. An early start for her with 3. Tuskegee with a 5-0 lead. And full court pressure now. Garrido works it across the timeline with a pass to Duda. Now down in the corner. Severe with the jumper from out front. She missed on the shot. Duda with a rebound. Missed on a putback. Hughley with it for Tuskegee now. On a run out, she will cross the mid-stripe. And up top to Brittany Boland. Boland, second team all-conference for Tuskegee, the grad student from Texas. Cantone inside. Garrido took it away by the Lady Badgers. She will run the floor and pull back out now as we go to 8-10 left. Hunter, nice cross there by her in the corner. Garrido for 3, knocks it down for the Lady Badgers.
Boy, Tuskegee is going to have to be solid on the switches. They're going to have to get out on the perimeter. Like I just said, Spring Hill loves to shoot it. They all can shoot it. There's not anybody out on that floor who's not afraid to pull it from downtown.
Half court set now for Tuskegee. They lead 3-5. Cantone handles out front. Manuel trying to square Valles on the inside, but Holmes has it. She'll fire a three-pointer. Missed on that shot. Backside rebound to Garrido. And the Lady Badgers back the other way.
Good start by both sides. They're getting the kind of shots that they want. Spring Hill still attacking the basket.
Duda pushes Garrido again for three. This time off the mark. Rebound. Vallis tapped it out front. Duda runs it down, but she was standing on the inbound line. So Tuskegee will have it with 7:10 left first period of play.
Good start really by Tuskegee. They've been able to get some good looks at the basket, attack the basket. Again, they want to get it inside. Cantone is going to be the one that's going to dictate the action, but Brittany Boland, if you leave her open, it's going to be a real problem for Spring Hill this afternoon.
Jasmine Manuel on the inside on a whistle of a travel violation gives the basketball back to the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. Tuskegee got here to the quarterfinal ball game with a win over the Golden Rams of Albany State in first round play. Cantone with 26 points and 11 rebounds in that contest. She had the double-double. For Spring Hill, they defeated Edward Waters, and in that ball game, Hunter with 18. They got 15 from Sevier, Garrido with 15, and Vallis with 12. Hunter circles the paint and back out front now to Sevier, the freshman from Coral Springs, Florida. Duda on the move with 5 to shoot. And Vallis handles out to Hunter for 3 at the buzzer, and Hunter knocks down the triple for the Lady Badgers.
Well, they're going to shoot it. Like I said, Hunter had a game where she hit 5 threes. She's taken 11 in a game. So if you leave her open, sometimes if you don't leave her open, she's going to shoot it.
Got that first field goal to make it 6-5 the Badgers. Holmes in the corner looking for Manuel to cut, but up top they go to Brittany Boland with the jumper, and Boland knocks down a three-pointer for Tuskegee to get her first field goal of the contest.
That's right. Boland said, I can keep it wet for you too. And she got the look right at the top of the key and knocked down the long-range triple.
Across the floor, Sevier on the move on Cantone. Works inside the paint and pulls back out. Now to Vallis with 13 to shoot. Here's Hunter on the move. Sevier, she'll handle. Steps to the basket, the whistle there, and she will be going to the free throw line. Hard move on a mismatch on the inside with Hughley, and she'll be shooting to try to convert on a three-point play.
She goes to the left and then tries to come back right. She was able to get to the position first, and that's going to be a foul against Hughley, her first.
So Sevier at the line, missed on the free throw. Jasmine Manuel with the rebound for Tuskegee. Outlet pass to Cantone. Tied at 8 with 5:23 left first period of play. Hughley on a weave to Cantone. They're looking to the inside, trying to get it to Manuel, guarded by Vallis. Vallis fronting nicely defensively for Spring Hill. Boland with it out front with 5 to shoot now. Lost her dribble up top. Manuel, she'll square with the jumper out front on the cylinder. Rebound cleared by Duda. And the Badgers of Spring Hill.
Duda doesn't have to jump. She's long. They got those long arms. She just stood there flat-footed and said, I'm going to get this rebound.
Garrido down in the corner, up top to Hunter on the push-out with the pass. She'll take a three-pointer. Got it again. Only 2 on that one, just inside on that. So she's got 5 in the first half to play.
We were concerned yesterday in the quarterfinals. These ladies don't play on this floor, and the shooting, it showed that it was a little suspect yesterday, but Spring Hill hasn't had any problem getting down some jumpers here today.
Boland, cross dribble right side on Garrido to the rack and missed on a shot. Rebound to Duda, and a travel violation in the backcourt by Hunter. Hunter a bit upset by that.
But a good job there by Hughley. She's the one who made that step and made the false step there by Hunter.
Timeout on the floor, 4:16 left first period of play. It's the Badgers of Spring Hill with a 10-8 lead over the number 2 seed out of the West. Golden Tigers of Tuskegee will take a break. More quarterfinal action after the timeout.
For 15 years, the Home Depot Retool Your School program has been championing HBCUs. We've been right there with campus grants, scholarships, and career opportunities. Winning schools have...
Inside Forbes Arena, Morehouse College, 10-8 lead for the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. Play set to resume, half-court set for the Golden Tigers. Jump shot there by Cantone, and whistles as we head back the other way. It'll be Hunter in the backcourt for the Lady Badgers. She'll have it in a half-court set now. Works it across the floor. She'll keep it up front as they lead 10-8. Basket there on their end of the floor. Beg your pardon there. A little technical issue here for just a second. Boland will have it in the backcourt now for Tuskegee and works it into the 4. They trail 10-8 as Sine Bobbitt checks in for Coach Deontay Wester. Now Cyan Holmes inside and lost it inside the paint. And the basketball over to the Lady Badgers. Hill up top to Vallis. Now Garrido works it inside the paint left side. Boland catching up with her defensively. Sevier slides the paint right side. And down to 3:24 left. Down at the block, Vallis. And Vallis is going to be fouled on the inside. I think it's going to be Cyan Holmes. And no, they go with a travel call versus a foul inside the paint. So the turnover gives the basketball back to Tuskegee. With 3:20 remaining in this first period, Badgers with a 10-8 lead. Boland works it right side on the weave, gives it to Cantone. Now Alexandria Johnson, she's on the floor, lead behind for Boland. Back to Johnson on the move at the block, had it tapped by Garrido. And it'll stay with Tuskegee with 18 seconds to shoot. Boland will inbound it. Teams met twice during the regular season. Tuskegee won at Spring Hill 59-55. And then at home 49-38 as Alexandria Johnson on the floor and gets her first field goal of the contest for Tuskegee to bring it even at 10 each. 2:57 remains in this first period of play. We're live from Forbes Arena at Morehouse College. 2025 SIAC Men's and Women's Basketball Championships presented by Cricket. Kellen Hunter, the sophomore, across the timeline for Spring Hill. Vallis sets a screen, top of the floor, and back over now to Garrido. Duda, left side all the way to the rack, and Duda with the right hand finishes for Spring Hill. Duda, second team all-conference and the Elite 16 award winner for the SIAC. That's a combination of athletics and academics as Cyan Holmes slides the paint right side, and she got a lay-in for Tuskegee to even the basketball game at 12 each. 2:15 remains first half, or first period of play. Hunter works left side to Garrido behind the arc. Doubled in the corner, pushes back out top to Vallis. Now Hunter with 15. Back to Vallis, sliding in the paint. Had a look there on the inside, but gave it up. And the shot there in the corner by Duda is off the mark. Vallis had an easy lay-in there, but just elected to push it back out. Bobbitt in the corner for Tuskegee. And now Alexandria out front with 1:46 left. Holmes working on the inside. And a foul called, and she'll be fouled by Vallis, and Cyan Holmes going to work inside the paint. She'll be rewarded at the free throw line to shoot. Last meeting between these teams, February 22nd, the latter part of the season. Tuskegee winning that ball game 49-38 for the Golden Tigers. They were led in scoring by Jasmine Manuel. She had 12 points and 10 rebounds, a double-double for her. Alexandria Johnson, who just got her field goal, first field goal of this ball game a few moments ago, she finished with 9 in that win over Spring Hill. Cyan Holmes at the free throw line shooting here. Got the first, and both from the line for Tuskegee. So Tuskegee takes a 14-12 lead, and Cyan Holmes reports back to the Tuskegee bench. Golden Tigers coached by Deontay Wester. She's in her second season. And the Golden Tigers 17-9 and 14-15 to finish second in the West. Garrido now half-court set for Spring Hill with 1:30 left, first period of play. She'll work at top of the key. Now Duda pops out. She'll run the paint. Floater to the glass. Missed on the shot. Rebound Trinity Layton, who just got out on the floor for Tuskegee. Over to Boland. Jumper out front. And Brittany Boland with another three-pointer for Tuskegee. Boland squared up in space and knocked it down for Tuskegee to make it 16-12. Hunter works half-court set now for Spring Hill. 59 seconds left in the first. In the corner, Garrido missed on a shot on an air ball in the corner. Bobbitt got the rebound, outlet pass, Cantone should go all the way to the rack, banked it but missed it right side. (16-12) Tuskegee leads. 36 seconds left in the first half. Garrido on the move now for Spring Hill. Left it to Duda behind the arc. 15 to shoot. Hunter left side. Now slides past the defense. All the way done down to the rack with the left hand. Nicely done by Hunter, the sophomore, to finish. And Tuskegee's lead now 16-14 with 15 seconds left, first quarter to play. Cantone gives it over to Alexandria Johnson. 10 to shoot. Bobbitt on the move now. Bobbitt left side to the rack. Missed on the shot on the lay-in. Rebound to Duda. And the Lady Badgers won't have a chance to get this one off before the buzzer. So we've come to the end of one quarter of play here, this quarterfinal matchup. It's the Lady Badgers and the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. And right now, as we head into second quarter play, it's the Golden Tigers with a 16-14 lead. Back with the second quarter after the timeout.
You just can't beat a post-game burger at McDonald's, right? And you can't beat the Angel Reese special. All right, let's...
Into the second quarter we go here in quarterfinal action. After one quarter to play, Golden Tigers 6 of 13 shooting. Badgers 6 of 16 shooting from the floor. Tuskegee leads 16-14. Boland with the basketball. Got some space. And now over to Bobbitt. Bobbitt with a hard push to the rack right side. Missed on the shot down low. Duda goes to the floor. Bobbitt went to the floor. Got it inside to Trinity Layton. And Layton's fouled. She'll be at the line shooting for Tuskegee. Trinity Layton, the sophomore from Miami, Florida. Averaging at about 6 minutes per contest for the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. One of the promising stars for the Golden Tigers. Only the sophomore from Miami, as Boland will inbound it for Tuskegee right of the cylinder. Got it to Alexandria Johnson. She's inside the paint, head fake and underneath the defense. And a blocking foul called down at the base. That one's called against Jaleesa Mann, the senior from Decatur, Georgia, who's just on the floor for head coach Dan Pressel and the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. Garrido back out on the floor after Mann picks up that personal. 9:38 left, first half of play. Tuskegee up by a field goal. Let's take a look at that action on the inside. Alexandria Johnson to the line as a result. Missed on the first of two. Johnson from Little Rock, Arkansas, 78% free throw shooter for Tuskegee. Golden Tigers as a team shoot 70% from the free throw line. Johnson for the second of two. And she got that to fall for Tuskegee. So she's got 3 in this first half. Tuskegee's lead now is 17-14. Kellen Hunter across the timeline. Tuskegee was in full court pressure, but she breaks it with the dribble across the timeline and left side to Sevier with the pass. Hunter slides right side. Now to Duda on a weave. Duda at the foul line, down at the block, got it down low, but the missed shot there by Madison Dowling, and Tuskegee back the other way. They had the trend the way they wanted it in a half-court set. Dowling just couldn't finish. Boland with the jumper at the free throw line, missed it there, pushed that jumper with one hand. And we go back the other way now, as Spring Hill trails 17-14. Duda, top of the key. 8:50 left. Hunter inside, got past the defense and banks it to the cylinder to make it a 17-16 ball game.
Good drive to the basket there by Hunter. Leading scorer, she's got 7 now for the Badgers, and I imagine they're going to try to get the ball in their hands as much as possible.
Foul on a half-court set for Tuskegee. I think they're going to call that on Duda down low. It's either her or Garrido out front. Boland will inbound it for Tuskegee left of the cylinder, trying to push it in play to Bobbitt. Bobbitt past Duda, had it tapped away, and Dowling took it away for Spring Hill. So with 8:23 left, first half, a lead of 1 point for Tuskegee over the Badgers of Spring Hill. Kellen Hunter dumps it down low to Duda. Duda to the glass. The spinner won't stay for her. Good look on the inside. Just missed on the shot. Boland back the other way for Tuskegee now. Across the floor to Bobbitt. She'll look to the inside. On the turn, Alexandria Johnson back up top. Bobbitt for three. Long-range three-pointer. Missed on the shot. Hughley tapped it and got a rebound for Tuskegee. She's bumped at the baseline by Garrido.
Hughley might be the smallest player out there, but man, she is certainly not afraid. We've seen her be in the mix here a couple different times on both the offensive and defensive sides of the ball. That time, she's the one who drives to the basket, gets the foul, and is going to shoot a couple of free throws.
Yeah, she's got that level of speed that is difficult for just the traditional guard to keep up with her. And she has such a quick release as it relates to her penetration on lay-ins on the inside, knowing she's got to get it up really fast to make up for the height differential.
That time, though, they made the change of the call, so the foul happened on the floor, so no free throws for Hughley.
Cyan Holmes back out on the floor, got the inbound pass. Right side of the perimeter now. Layton turns with a jumper, and Trinity Layton knocks down her first field goal for Tuskegee. That'll make it 19-16. Tuskegee leads with 7:33 left, first half of play. Garrido half-court set now for Spring Hill. Trying to get it inside to Duda. She squares there, had it tapped from behind by Holmes. Basketball to Layton, up the floor to Boland. Boland to the rack, and Garrido knocked it out of bounds. It'll stay with Tuskegee in a half-court set. Boland came down awkwardly down at the block, but seems to be okay.
You know, sometimes you have those players that bring that intensity. We saw that in the game earlier with Lemoyne Owen, knowing that you just have to have players who have that fire. They may not necessarily be the players who score the most points or are going to play the best defense, but Garrido, she's that player for Spring Hill. She's going to be the one that's going to make the tough plays. She's going to be the one that's going to fight through screens, stick up for her teammates, and do kind of the dirty work. While Hunter and Duda, they're going to be the ones who are going to score the points, but you can't underestimate the contributions that players like Garrido make to your ball club.
Indeed. Couldn't agree with you more. Basketball's loose on the floor now. Duda's going to pick it up right side. Good defensive work there. Helani Cantone. Cantone quietly 23rd in the conference in blocks. Had 12 coming into today's ball game and got one there on Duda down at the baseline.
Duda didn't see Cantone at all. She couldn't believe she got blocked.
She'll get it on the inbound and banks it left side. So second time to charm there for Marta Duda. Tuskegee by a point, 19-18. Layton with it, half-court set, works it across the floor to Cantone. Tried to bounce it inside, and Kellen Hunter kicks that basketball. It'll stay with Tuskegee. He'll get 20 on the shot clock.
I might be into semantics here, but I don't know how much of a kick that was. Sometimes the ball gets thrown at your foot, right?
Sure. The ball met my foot, right? I didn't kick it. 6:35 left, first half of play. Up top, Holmes with it. Turns inside to try to get it inside the manual. It was tapped, but Cyan got it in the corner. Back up top now, Hughley on the move to the right. Rack side spins, missed on the shot. Jasmine ties it up on the inside. And on the arrow, it'll belong to the Badgers of Spring Hill.
Again, Garrido in there, making some plays. In fact, that time, I believe that was number 22, Dowling, who got in and was able to play it right up underneath the basket. But again, you've got these players who are out there. As Dowling, after that block attempt there, she is in a little bit of pain. She's being met by the trainer over there on the Spring Hill bench.
Half-court set for the Lady Badgers. They trail by one. 6:05 left in this first half. Out front, pushing a three-pointer. That was way off the mark there by Rita Kuhn. And Tuskegee back the other way. Hughley all the way through. Left side to the rack. Floats it. Missed on the shot. Went to the right hand instead of the left. And missed the shot as a result. We go down to 5:48 left first half. Tuskegee still leading by a point. As Valas pushes across the floor to Garrido. They go right back down to her at the block. Walks into the trap there as Holmes ties up the basketball. And Tuskegee this time will take it. on the arrow.
Can't bring that ball down, but really the pass wasn't the best pass. It was good pressure defense there by Tuskegee that forced them to bring that ball down inside and able to get the tie up.
Hughley with it, half-court set for Tuskegee. Right side to Alexandria Johnson. Manuel trying to square up Vallis to get it on the inside, but a good defensive effort by Vallis. Back out front, Cantone on the move, got a lane, pushes back out to Johnson with a jumper, and she knocked it down. Just inside the perimeter for two. That'll make it 21-18.
Tempo has been raised a little bit. Spring Hill not the most athletic team that you're going to run across in this league, although you have to always account for Kellen Hunter. She can get up and down the floor with the best of them.
4:50 left in this first half. Vallis pops out, squares for three. Left that one short. Cantone clears for Tuskegee now. She'll push out right side and wait for the rest of the troops. Alexandria Johnson got space right side, missed on a jumper, tapped around, and Hunter comes away with it for Spring Hill. Between two defenders in the backcourt, now they got numbers. Severe with the jumper, missed on the shot, the long rebound chased down, and Garrido comes away with it. Jumper again by Hunter, rattled, and it stayed down for the sophomore.
And she's going to be a problem for this league for a couple more years, man. Because there's not a shot that she's afraid to take. That time on the offensive rebound, she just stood over on the wing and said, give it to me, and she fires up that three ball.
She's got 7 to tie it at 21, but the jumper long range, the long rebound comes clear to Hughley at the block, missed on the shot. Jasmine rebound, Manuel got a rebound, and she's fouled on the inside. I believe that'll be Ella Vallis, guilty of the foul for Spring Hill.
And a good one here, Charles, as you can see, wide open there, Hunter. She was a little concerned maybe it wasn't going to go in, so she started to go try to get the rebound, but she got the friendly roll here. Good job there on the offensive rebound by Garrido, and then Hunter bangs home the triple.
Chips presented by Cricket. 3:53 remains first half, tied at 21. Golden Tigers of Tuskegee, number 2 in the West, against the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. They finished 6th in the West. Each team with first round tournament play. Tuskegee defeating Albany State, Spring Hill defeating Edward Waters. And here they are in this quarterfinal matchup to determine who will advance to semifinal play on tomorrow. And the winner of this ball game will meet the Lady Panthers of Clark, Atlanta, who defeated Central State in yesterday's quarterfinal contest.
Looked rather impressive in doing so as well. Winners of the Eastern Division crown. And as we talked about yesterday, they're the number 7 team in the South Region rankings. They're going to need to win more than likely to be able to advance to the tournament.
Half-court set for Hunter. Now they go to Garrido, just in front of the Tuskegee bench, behind the back and underneath the defense. Tried to bank it home, left it just a little bit short. Rebound to Boland for Tuskegee. She's back out on the floor. She'll backpedal off of her screen across the floor to Bobbitt. Now Hughley handles in the corner. And LaDeja on a move underneath the defense to the cylinder, just leaving a little bit short. Had 2 or 3 opportunities underneath. Good penetration, just not finishing for the Golden Tigers.
I tell you, she's got that next gear when she has the basketball in her hand, and sometimes guards have trouble getting to that next gear when they have the ball. You can be fast without the ball, and that's easy, but when you have the ball, sometimes getting a little too fast, you get careless. But Hughley seems to do a very good job of being able to play at that top speed, even with the basketball in her hand.
Screen out front, and they'll get Vallis for an illegal one on Hughley. LaDeja took a hard shot there on the screen by Vallis, trying to come around. And she was injured in the final ball game of the regular season against Lemoyne and took a shot to her left calf and had a deep bruise on that. But did play against Albany State and back out on the floor now. Bobbitt underneath the defense. She'll go with the left hand and missed on the shot. Cyan Holmes trying to get to that rebound. And she was guilty of the foul.
Duda brought that ball down. Again, you gotta get that rebound and put it up. You're the tallest player on the floor, man. Put it up. Every time you bring it down, someone's going to slap at it.
Sure.
That time you get the foul, but, you know, more times than not, you lose that basketball.
Badgers will have it, though, with 2:35 left in the first. Hunter slides left side. Tuskegee with a 1-point lead, 22-21. Sevier from out front, a 3-point shot down in the cylinder and popped out. Rebound to Bolin and Tuskegee. Left side Cantone. Back out behind the arc now. 19 to shoot. Tuskegee yet to settle in an offensive pattern. Now it's Bolin in the corner with 13. She'll fire a three-pointer. Missed on that shot. Backside rebound to Sevier at 2:05 left first half.
Good job boxing out there, not allowing many second shot opportunities here for the Golden Tigers.
On the move, Sevier in the corner. Cantone guarding defensively. Now Vallis pushes across the floor with a pass to Duda. Whistles inside the paint. And looks like we're going to go back the other way.
We're going to get an offensive foul there against number 5. I think that's Sevier.
The freshman from Coral Springs, Florida, picks up that personal. And we're at a minute 44 left first half of play. Tuskegee up by 1, 22-21. Up top, Bobbitt with the basketball. Cantone foul line extended. She missed right side. Cyan Holmes got a rebound. Fresh 20 for Tuskegee. Back at the block, Bobbitt past the defense. Good no-look pass there from Brittany Bolin to get the assist, and Bobbitt with the basket.
Duda went for the steal, and once she missed, easy money for Bobbitt.
24-21, Tuskegee with the lead. We're at 73 seconds left first half. Garrido off of a screen by Vallis. She'll slide left side all the way through. Bolin chasing, and she commits the foul. So with 65 seconds left, that'll send Claudia Garrido to the line to shoot for Spring Hill.
Her motor seems to always be going, right? Doesn't matter if she's on the offensive, defensive side. And we talk about her doing some of the grunt work, some of the dirty work, but man, even with the ball in her hand, she's just like, yo, I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. I just want to see where I can put this energy to help my team. And then right now, she's got a chance to help them with 2 free throws.
She's at the line to shoot. Parts of her game put you in the mindset of Steph Curry, Mark Price from older days back.
A couple days back right there, Charles.
Well, I just only looked that up. That's the only reason I know.
But in the encyclopedia, good goodness. It's a long time ago.
Can't look it up online. It's not even listed. Online, you got to go back to the books. 23-24, Alexandria Johnson all the way to the rack. Missed on the shot there. Vallis takes a hard fall down out the baseline as she and Cyan Holmes tying it up for that rebound. And you can see Vallis coming back, wincing as she heads back to the other end of the floor. Just take a look at that down low. They both were fighting for the basketball.
Fell right on her tailbone. I'm sure that smarts just a bit.
Just in front of our cameraman under the cylinder. Under a minute remains. Tuskegee by a point, 24-23. Garrido on the move now. Lost the dribble. Up top to Hunter. She'll slide left side. All the way through underneath. Missed on the lay-in. Basketball tapped around. Bolin comes away with it for Tuskegee. Outlet pass Cantone at the rack right side, and she left it short. Tuskegee cylinder on the end of the floor. It's just closed for them. Hunter across the timeline for Spring Hill. Tuskegee right now, 9 of 30 shooting, 30% shooting from the floor.
It's about a 1.5 second differential between game clock and shot clock. You can hold for the last shot here if you're Spring Hill.
Hunter with it. She'll work it left side in the paint, and she drew a foul. Will they count the basket? They will.
Tough ball player. Tough play right there. She knew that clock was running down and wanted to hold it as long as she could. Goes to the left hand. As you can see, the defense, they know Hunter's coming to the basket. They try to collapse, but still she's able to get it up with that left. count it. Chance for a three-point play.
Alexandria Johnson defensively for Tuskegee there just gave up on the footwork and tried to strip that basketball, but Hunter continued. They lead 25-21. Boland at the buzzer. Got a good look. It won't count, though. She missed on the shot. So at the end of first half play here in this quarterfinal matchup, perhaps a surprising lead at the break. Spring Hill leads it over the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee, 25-24. Take a break here. More basketball just ahead. We're live from Forbes Arena, 2025 SIAC Men's and Women's Basketball Championships. We're back live inside Forbes Arena. Quarterfinal action. Golden Tigers of Tuskegee and the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. Tuskegee warming up the second half play. They'll enter the second half trailing it 25-24 to the Badgers of Spring Hill. Badgers of Spring Hill, a pretty solid first half of play for them, AA, as they lead it by a point at the break.
Well, they did a good job of limiting the second opportunities for Tuskegee. Spring Hill, not the biggest team in the world, but again, when you talk about players that can get it done and I don't want to say by themselves, but has that ability to really take over a ball game on their own, you're talking about Kellen Hunter, and we saw in the first half that she's able to get up and down the floor. She's able to get shots. She's able to beat defenses. And, in fact, as you look at it, she's got 12 points, 5 of 8 from the field. But, again, the rebound number is something that really stands out to me. It's even at 20, but a more athletic team like Tuskegee you would think would be a little further ahead on that. So that bodes well for Spring Hill, and hopefully they'll be able to keep it up in the second half and try to remain in this ballgame.
Right now, the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee, 9 of 33 shooting from the floor at 27%. These teams last met at the end of the regular season. Tuskegee winning that ball game. They shot 34% from the floor. Spring Hill at 23 in that contest. So Tuskegee, as a team, you referenced it in the pregame, they don't score a lot of points overall in terms of point average per ball game. But what they do is once they find their rhythm on the floor, they are very effective in terms of everybody kind of joining in on that and making it more of a multiple effort versus one player throughout the course of the regular season. They were on a 10-game run at the end of the regular season, but wound up losing to Central State right near the end of the campaign. They went on to win their last 2 after that in the regular season, and got into the tournament and defeated Albany State in the first round of play for them. So now we get set for second half play. They trail to the Badgers of Spring Hill, 25-24. Dan Pressel, he's in his second season at Spring Hill. He's a graduate of the college, trying to do something special with the women's basketball program. And certainly, if they're able to win here, they defeated Edward Waters in the first round, and to get a second win here in the tournament would be a step in a very positive direction for him in only his second campaign.
Well, the thing about the lower seeds is that if you let them hang around, we've seen it happen in a couple of these games here in the tournament already. Let them hang around if you want to. We get late in these ball games, they're going to have the confidence that they're going to be able to come in here and get that big upset W. We saw it in the first game with Lemoyne Owen. Spring Hill putting itself in the same position.
Indeed, you're right. Hughley, half-court set down for Tuskegee. On the move by her. Lost it inside the paint. Got it on the floor, though. Running jumper by Bobbitt in the corner, and she gets her first field goal of the contest.
She recognized that Hunter was under the basket. She wanted to go, but she saw the defender there. Nice little pull-up jumper along the baseline. Puts Tuskegee back on top.
Bobbitt with her first field goal. We're at 9:25 in the second half, third quarter of play. Garrido handles out front for Spring Hill now. Pushes across the floor to Sevier. She's on the move inside the paint, through the glass, penetrated between 2 defenders, and she creates contact on the inside as Bobbitt's guilty of the foul.
Cantone is the top scorer here for Tuskegee, but man, she's got her hands full trying to guard Sevier, and it's showing up on the other side. 1 of 6 from the floor, while Sevier is really making Cantone work on the other side.
Sevier missed on the first and got that second free throw for the Lady Badgers. Ties it at 26. She's got 3 in the ball game. Hughley across the floor now to Bobbitt on the weave. It's Boland. Boland to Cantone. That zone defense by the Lady Badgers. Cantone to the glass, banked it right side.
And she says, hey, quit talking about my offensive game. I can get to the cup too. And that time, she's able to get the ball into the hoop and give Tuskegee another lead here in the second half.
28-26 with 8:40 remaining in the third. Hunter out front. She'll slide left side. All the way through underneath. Bobbitt with the hands up. Basketball tapped out of bounds. It'll stay with Spring Hill.
Again, we look at Hunter. We know she can shoot it. The surprise sometimes to some people is that she's going to try to take that ball inside, but it's that diversification that allows her to be able to get shots whenever and wherever she wants to get them.
Missed that one in the corner. Cantone up the floor trying to get it into Bobbitt. Misread that and shot the pass behind Bobbitt, who was cutting to the basket.
Yeah, Bobbitt was like, hey, I was going this way. Good idea, but we just had a little trouble with that execution. Next time, let's get on the same page.
So they turn it over. Spring Hill half-court set with 8:10 left in the third. Garrido handles out front in front of their bench. She'll backpedal, middle of the floor now. Cross dribble inside the paint on Boland to the rack, missed on the shot. Bobbitt clears for Tuskegee. Garrido did everything right, but the execution of his shot was pretty poor that time down the floor. Had some space.
She didn't look confident in shooting that ball. Sometimes when you want to make that off-balance shot, you got to know that you can get in there and get it up, kind of like Hughley did, even though she did not complete that basket. You know, she knew where she wanted to go with that shot, and it looked a lot better than the one Garrido made on the other end.
7:35 remains in the third. Tuskegee up by a field goal. Hunter, middle of the floor. Now over to Vallis. She's on the move left flank. Pushes back out Sevier. Free for three. That one looks off, and it is off with an air ball. So Tuskegee will have it back the other way.
Sevier not having her best night shooting the ball. 1 for 5, 0 for 4 from downtown. Again, you know, sometimes you don't think that people need to be comfortable when you're shooting or be in a rhythm, but just like I was talking about with Garrido earlier, that Sevier does not look comfortable. She doesn't look like she's in rhythm as she's shooting the basketball, and she had all day to shoot it on that last possession.
Bobbitt handles up top, gives it to Cyan Holmes right side. Now on a weave, it's Alexandria Johnson who just got on the floor replacing Hughley. Left side to the glass. Boland had a look to miss that shot with the left-hand lay-in, and we go back the other way. Rims cold for both teams last couple of minutes. Vallis half-court set. Up top now, Hunter again. On the move, 12 to shoot. At the rack, pushed a shot there that was missed, and back the other way comes Boland for Tuskegee. Left side, Bobbitt on the move. Tries to swing it back up top. Nicely done there. Boland just not able to finish. Sine with a nice wraparound pass back up to her at the free throw line.
Good idea, just was unable to get that ball to drop, and now Garrido is over on the far sideline, and she's limping. They're going to take her out of the game, give it a little timeout so they can make the injury exchange there. But she came hobbling up the floor after that rebound, and she's going to see the train.
Like that left leg for her. And riding Hunter on the inbound pass was Alexandria Johnson.
Trying to be tough and physical with Hunter. They don't want to just let her get free release to get the basketball, and that time got caught being a little too aggressive.
So the basketball, Lady Badgers have it. Hunter, Alexandria Johnson picked up her second personal as Hunter handles in the corner. 10 to shoot now for Spring Hill. Sevier, she'll work it right side all the way through to the glass. Missed on the bank, just a little bit out of control in terms of her speed on the right side.
You know, this is the biggest game that she's played in her young career, and I'm sure she's probably feeling some of it. And when that lid is on the basket, sometimes, you know, the game gets a little tight for you.
Yeah, it is on this basket on both sides right now with 5:35 left in the third. Barely moved from where we've been at the midpoint of the contest at halftime. Here comes Alexandria Johnson, pushes. This is Boland for three, and she finally takes the lid off it. They only give it 2 there for her. They'll give her 2 on it. 30-26 after the basket from Boland. She's got 7 in the contest now. Hunter trying to answer, but shot an air ball inside the paint. Here comes Tuskegee back the other way. Cantone in the corner. Boland wants it on the weave. They give it to Bobbitt, left side, and scooped it with the left hand for the lay-in.
I think you're seeing Spring Hill starting to press a little bit. They're forcing shots up. Even Hunter, and Hunter's used to it. You know, she's the one with the ball in her hand, but she hasn't taken some good shots. And coach says, hey, I may need to talk a little strategy, get my ladies to calm down and get back into this ball game.
You recognize that right away. That's what was happening last couple of trips down the floor. And Tuskegee extends its lead to 32-26. They trailed at the break, but they lead it now. Will step out for a timeout. More quarterfinal action after the break.
There's an easier way to earn rewards. Introducing Canvas.
Third, you take a look at some of the faithfuls from Tuskegee University as their troops lead it 32-26, starting to get a little bit of separation from the Badgers of Spring Hill, but Coach Dan Pressel taking that timeout, recognizing that his team was in kind of a free fall as it relates to their shooting ability and what the shots they were taking.
They just were not getting quality shots, just kind of throwing them up, not even looking confident as they were shooting the basketball. And maybe you got to find somebody else. Marta Duda has not taken many shots here lately, and unfortunately that one doesn't fall. And again, you were talking about the lid being on the basket, and it certainly has been on the basket here in the third quarter for Spring Hill.
Foul called on that exchange. I think it's Jalissa Mann, the senior, trying to come back in to get in on that fray of the call there. So she picks up foul number 4 for the Badgers of Spring Hill. Kind of hog-tied by the neck, Brittany Boland for Tuskegee. With 4:22 left in this third period of play. 32-26, Tuskegee with the lead. They're treating this as a media timeout. We'll step out as well on ESPN+. Quarter play, Tuskegee with a 32-26 lead over the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. Marta Garrido headed back to the Spring Hill bench after getting some treatment. I thought it was her left lower leg as she's set to check in for, or maybe not at this point, just trying to get the shoes ready. But yeah, I think she's headed toward the scorer's table as Alexandria Johnson down at the block lost it for Tuskegee. And Spring Hill will have it. Garrido set to come in next dead ball. 4:10 left in the third.
If you're Spring Hill, you really need a basket right here. Got to slow Tuskegee down a little bit. Get your confidence back up. Look for a good set here. Maybe something a little closer to the basket. High percentage type shot.
Man down in the corner. Pushes back up top to Duda. Cross dribble by Marta. Now back to Jalissa. 10 to shoot for Spring Hill. As Man backpedals, tries to dump it down low and threw it away. Right into the hands of Helani Cantone. Tuskegee back the other way. Bounce pass Holmes at the block across the floor. Leighton Trinity to the glass. Missed on the shot. Got a rebound and successful on a putback inside.
Duda late getting over there to block out. Turned into an easy 2 points on Trinity Leighton.
Official stepping in at the scorer's table now. I think they're going to look at either the shot clock. Either that or did they make an adjustment? They're making an adjustment to the game clock is what they're doing here. Run off 3:20 is where they're going to put it. It'll be Man to inbound it just to our left. Tuskegee with a 34-26 lead. The largest so far in the ball game for them. Man, or Hunter that is, works it out front, gives it over to Man. She's up near the top of the cylinder. On a weave, it's severe, and they get her for the travel violation. She and Vallis trying to set a screen for her, but didn't know exactly which side of the screen she was working off of and committed the turnover as a result. So Tuskegee now a chance to take their lead to 10 with a basket here. Alexandria Johnson away from the arc, right side. Now she'll attack. Good cross dribble by her inside the paint. Just beat the defense inside.
Well, Man couldn't do anything with 4 fouls. You knew if she had tried to swipe at it, she'd have been out of this ball game. So Man let her go, and easy bucket again for Tuskegee.
I think she was looking for some help on the inside. Didn't get any that trip. Jumper out front. That one's off the mark on the shot by Hunter behind the arc. with 2:32 left. Now Tuskegee trying to take that double-digit lead even higher. Johnson handles out front with man guarding her. Cantone on the move. Good head fake by her to the rack. Banked it up front and missed. She got past Vallis on the defense as here comes Hunter back the other way now. Cross dribbled all the way through, a little bit out of control, and she missed their right side. Cantone for Tuskegee. We're down to 2:02 left at the block. And a whistle there. Duda and Vallis converging on Cyan Holmes. One of them guilty of the foul. They'll call Duda for the foul. With 1:59 left in the third. This period's been all Tuskegee.
12-1 on the scoreboard here in the third for the Golden Tigers.
On man, Johnson at the rack, lost it, and it'll go over to the Lady Badgers. Man with the 4 played that pretty aggressive down low.
Was able to get the hand on the ball, and Johnson played it right off of her leg. Another opportunity here for Spring Hill to try to stop this scoring run, and they're going to get a foul. And fortunately, though, that's not enough fouls to get you to the free throw line.
So that'll be right of the cylinder. Don't even get that help at this point. Oh, maybe at the free throw line you get a break. But it'll be Hunter to inbound it right of the cylinder. Trying to push it in play, pushes it out front to Vallis, and they'll reset it to man out front. Hard move by man right side underneath the defense, and she finally breaks the scoring block for the Badgers with a lay-in right side.
And the senior says, hey, we're not done yet. We just need to get back into some rhythm. She drove right up the right side and was able to lay it off the glass. First field goal in the third for the Badgers. Johnson
spins it on the right side. She missed. Duda giving chase. Tried to save it. Can't do it. It'll stay with Tuskegee. Alexandria Johnson with a hard move right side. Missed on the lay-in. She'll leave the basketball game as Hughley reports back with 1:16 left in the third.
Man probably would be on the bench if Garrido was okay, but Garrido is still kind of working that left leg. I don't know if she's going to be able to get back into this ball game, so man has got to be careful. Look at her. Gets the steal.
Nice job by her anticipating there. Good Euro step, but she missed right side. She'll get the rebound, but she was standing on the inbound line when she grabbed it.
She's still out here playing hard. She knows she's got 4 fouls. She's trying to be careful, trying to be selective as to when she's going to be a little more aggressive. And thus far, it's worked out. She's been able to stay in the game and keep Spring Hill within shouting distance.
60 seconds left here in the third. Tuskegee with a 36-28 lead. Hughley across the timeline for Tuskegee. She'll work it back over to pops a three-pointer, drains it for Tuskegee. Bobbitt led the team most of the season from behind the arc, but Cantone's effort in the latter half, she leads them from behind the arc in shooting percentage, but Bobbitt, no stranger to that distance out front. She's got 2 3-pointers in the ball game. Hunter out front, 19 to shoot. Hard push, leads back with the jumper and knocked it down inside.
Those are the kind of plays. Look at man.
She got it, missed on the putback on the inside. Layton's fouled on the rebound as Hunter commits the foul, trying to get back in the fray underneath the basket.
Man has had a couple of near point-blank looks that she has been unable to convert, but she's, like I said, right there in the mix. Couple of steals in the backcourt, one in the front court, and she's trying to keep her team, like I said, relatively close and a chance to come back in the fourth.
That steal down there, had they gotten a basket, there would have been a nice psychological push for the Lady Badgers. 9 seconds to shoot here in this third period. Hughley pushes in the corner. Cantone free for 3. Missed on the shot. Rebound. And it goes top of the cylinder, so it'll belong to the Badgers of Spring Hill with only 1/10 of a second left. We'll see if they put any time back on the clock when it hit the top of the key.
So Tuskegee is arguing, and you see the officials talking. They believe that ball hit the top of the glass, which would leave it in play. It would only become a dead ball if it touched the shot clock. And so I think that's the discussion here. You can see where that ball, if it just touched the top of the backboard, then that ball is still in play.
So Tuskegee with 1/10 of a second now.
turned into a foul on Sevier.
Wow. That is absolutely not what they want. Well, they don't. It's not a shooting foul, so it's the same set. Entry pass. They try to touch it. Not able to execute it there. They were trying to get it to Jasmine Manuel on the inside with just a touch and push, but not able to do it. So at the end of 3, Tuskegee leads it by 9, 39-30 over the Badgers of Spring Hill. We head into the 4th quarter of this quarterfinal matchup. Back live here inside Forbes Arena. 4th quarter we go. Tuskegee leading it 39-30 over the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. It'll be the sophomore Kellen Hunter to inbound it just to her right to get things started here in the 4th. Out front, Jalissa Mann with the basketball. Playing with 4. Got it to Hunter, left side. She's on the move. Inside the paint, spins back out to Duda. 15 to shoot. Hunter again inside. Slices the defense. Left it short at the front of the iron, though. Here comes Hughley for Tuskegee. No numbers that time, so she'll pull back out front.
Hunter's looking like she's looking for some calls a little bit. Not getting them.
Bobbitt got the range for Tuskegee from out front, her 3rd three-pointer.
Let her shoot it. She's like, I'm going to go ahead and pull it.
Sure. Anybody in the vicinity? That'll make it 42-30. Tuskegee with a 12-point lead now. Sevier and move inside the paint. Runner to the glass. Banked it on the move. Right side.
Spring Hill hoping that gets her unlocked here going into the 4th quarter because they're going to need her. She's kind of like the 3rd head on the monster of Spring Hill scoring, and she's been a little deficient here in this ball game against Tuskegee.
Bobbitt trying to challenge inside. Gets saved by Bolin at the block. LaDeja back up top. Cyan with the jumper. She's true for Tuskegee. Duda with a good job of blocking on the inside, but the basketball on the floor, and Bolin ran it down at the base to get that point started. 44-32, Tuskegee leading. Sevier handling again out front. Pushes left side to Mann. Jalissa inside the paint and back out front to Vallis. Mann squares for 3. Missed on it badly. Backside rebound to Cantone for Tuskegee. Kalani right side. Got Bobbitt in the corner, but keeps it up top instead to Hughley. We're at 8:03 left in the contest. Hughley hard push right side, past the defense. This time she got the spinner to fall as she worked her way past Hunter inside the paint, and no help down low for Hunter.
Starting to fall apart here for Spring Hill.
And Coach Presley knows that. That's why he's taking his time out. Trying to keep this thing within striking distance with 7:48 remaining in the contest, and Tuskegee opening up his largest lead of the ball game now. 46-32 over the Badgers of Spring Hill. On the timeout, we'll take a break as well. More of this quarterfinal contest ahead on ESPN+. In this quarterfinal contest, Golden Tigers of Tuskegee with a 46-32 lead. As play gets set to resume, half-court set for the Badgers of Spring Hill. Across the floor, Hunter to inbound it to Mann. Jalissa Mann on the move, right side, now underneath. Sevier in the corner with the jumper, just can't find the range. That one's off the mark. Tuskegee back the other way. Shooting woes for the Lady Badgers just continue here. They're at 27% shooting now as Cantone slides left side to the rack. A good defensive effort there by Sevier. Up the floor, Mann, as Hughley stepped in to take it away. Good defensive effort there by Hughley. Just low to the floor, just picked that basketball cleanly as Tuskegee got a timeout before the jump ball.
Just not coming together here in the second half for Spring Hill. Another good opportunity there for Mann as she tried to drive the basket, and she just hasn't been able to get those finishes. And again, when you're down 12 here, there's 7 minutes, a little more than 7 minutes to go. You need everything to work like you need it to, and it hasn't been for Spring Hill.
7:19 remains. Tuskegee up 46-32. Winner of this ball game heads into semifinal action on tomorrow. Waiting in the wings, the Lady Panthers of Clark Atlanta, who won their opening round contest, our quarterfinal ball game against the Lady Marauders of Central State. Of course, Clark Atlanta had that first round bye because they finished #1 in the East. And in play on yesterday, they defeated the Lady Marauders and did that pretty handily as they set and watch for the winner of this contest. So after the timeout, Tuskegee will have it, and the Lady Badgers will jump into full court pressure. Cantone with it in the backcourt, and she will come into the forecourt right side. Hughley with it. She'll work just in front of the Tuskegee bench all the way through underneath. Had it stripped away, but got the rebound over to Cantone with 10 to shoot. Cantone underneath the defense. She left it short. And it'll stay with Tuskegee on their end of the floor after Cantone's miss on penetration.
Duda was just having a little trouble corralling the basketball underneath the basket. Not been one of her better efforts. She does have 13 rebounds, so she's been doing her job there, just wasn't able to get it on that possession.
Cantone with it in the corner. Up top to Bobbitt. Now they swing it back out front. Hughley with it with 6:44 left in the contest. She's on the move right side all the way through to the glass. Missed on the shot. Penetration's nice, but she missed there for Tuskegee. Man banks it to the front of Hunter, that is. Banked it to the front of the cylinder for Hunter.
Yeah, I think they're doing her like 84 Jordan, where you haven't earned those calls quite yet, but she's going to be a real problem in this league for the next couple of years.
Hughley again, this time to the rack right side, and she got the lay-in. She's going pretty much uncontested inside that paint after she makes that initial move.
Man, again, trying to stay in this ball game, trying to help her team out. But you got to be able to rotate, knowing that you got to come help. That's just what's going to happen, because you know that man is going to let Hughley go free.
Hunter free falling there, missed on that three-point shot, just came down and pushed that one up toward the cylinder, knowing they've got to get some offense going there. It's Cantone underneath the cylinder, and Tuskegee really inviting the Badgers of Spring Hill to stay into this basketball game with the quick shots in the half-court set. Duda pushes a three-point shot and misses there. The rebound to Cyan Holmes at the block. Tuskegee should be burning these clocks all the way down to the very end. This time they go with Hughley right side. Got under the defense of Duda. And Duda shows the frustration coming back down the floor as Hughley just slid underneath and got a lay-in.
Starting to look a little exasperated if you're in purple. Not knocking down the outside shots. 3 of 18 on three-pointers for Spring Hill.
Sevier changed it, went with the left hand there under the cylinder, not able to finish it for Spring Hill. And we go to under 5 minutes remaining in the contest. Tuskegee up 50-34. They have it in a half-court set. Hughley slides left side, pushes back out to Bobbitt. Bobbitt turns right side in the corner. Cyan Holmes for 3 with the jumper, missed there. Basketball to Hughley, and Tuskegee with a fresh 20. They go right back inside. Hughley with the assist. Found Cyan on the inside, and Holmes gets the basket for Tuskegee.
Good court vision there by Hughley to catch Holmes underneath the basket, and then another mistake on the Spring Hill side. That ball apparently was set out of bounds, and it looked like on the inbounds there that Hunter had came across the line and they called it for coming over, and it ends up being another turnover for Spring Hill.
Tuskegee now with a chance to take its lead up to 20 with 4:22 remaining in the contest. Layton with a quick jumper in the corner, missed there. And Spring Hill back the other way. Jalissa Mann playing with 4, slides to the paint, missed it right side. Duda missed on a putback, got a rebound there, but it's stripped away by Tuskegee down low.
Duda doing everything she can to fight through it, but the offense just hasn't come. Because she's late back down the floor, easy turnaround bucket for Bobbitt.
So Bobbitt with the field goal takes the Tuskegee lead to an even 20. And Tuskegee actually trailing this basketball game as we start at the third period. As Hunter fires a jumper out front. And she misses that shot for Spring Hill. And the percentage for Spring Hill from the floor is just taking a nosedive. Bobbitt got a rebound. She'll work it back out front to Boland. She's free for three. Back of the iron on that shot. Right now, the field goal percentage at 26% for Spring Hill. Only 14 made field goals. And Sevier handles. Duda pushes. Man for three. That one looks off, and it is. Rebound comes clear at the bottom to Holmes. And Tuskegee back the other way with less than 3 minutes remaining now.
I think the run was on the wall here for Spring Hill, and it was a good run. Obviously had the lead at halftime, and things were looking bright, but just could not score the basketball here in the second half. Right now they have 9 points in the entirety of the second half. That's not going to get it done in a lot of circumstances, and it's certainly not going to get it done here this afternoon.
No, not many neighborhoods you can win with 9 points in a whole half. Meanwhile, on the other end, Boland got a basket after an assist out front from Cyan Holmes. And a basketball that looks like it'll stay with Spring Hill on their end of the floor. Just a treacherous second half for the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. And it's not like they didn't have the shot opportunities, just not able to crack the cylinder on their end of the floor.
And it started early. They just started missing. They weren't getting the best opportunities to shoot early. And then when they started to get them, there were misses. We saw a couple with Jaleesa Mann, who playing with 4 fouls, doing the good job on the defensive end, and even had some unimpeded shots at the basket, just couldn't get them to fall. And, you know, it starts happening. 1, 2, turns into 4 and 8, and now you've missed 10 in a row, and it's a real problem, a confidence problem, even as much as a performance problem.
Brianna Glaze out on the floor. She missed in the corner. They got a rebound, though, and this is A.J. Johnson out front. And Alexandria misses, and here comes Spring Hill with less than 2 minutes remaining now. Out front, Hunter, air ball, and not able to get that one to the cylinder. And that's been the way it's been for Spring Hill in this second half.
Yeah, I think the juice came out of the bottle. Good strip there by Hunter. But as you saw, some of those threes that she was hitting in the first half and that she's hit throughout the season, they start being off the mark. Then they started coming up short. Generally, that is a sign of fatigue. She had to play very hard on the defensive side of the floor, and then they were bumping her and prodding her and banging her a little bit here on the offensive side. And, you know, Marta Duda is a player who scores a lot more points. Sevier scores, and they just didn't bring the offense. So a lot of that got put onto the shoulders of the young guard, and just unable to shoulder all of it here this afternoon.
Brianna Glaze guilty of a foul on a penetrating Lori Sevier. Still a non-shooting foul. Alexandria Johnson departs the basketball game, likely her last spot of duty in this contest. Entry pass on the floor to Kuhn. Kuhn gives it back to Sevier with the jumper, and she finds the range out front for three.
I may have to file that under the category of too little, too late. She just had a tough time shooting the ball today herself. 2 of 9, now she's up to 3 of 10, but 1 of 6 from downtown.
Malaysia Williams on the floor, got it over to Jasmine Manuel. Now Trinity Layton, she'll step back with the jumper, front of the iron. Got a rebound on the inside on a putback she missed. Glaze with the putback left side, and finally Sevier had it, and it'll go back over to the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill with 50 seconds left. Alyssa Green-White out on the floor for Coach Deontay Wester and the Golden Tigers. We'll be talking to her momentarily. They conclude this contest against the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill.
They're going to have a tough one tomorrow. And, you know, we talked about Spring Hill, and they've got some real building blocks here with Sevier, with Kellen Hunter. So they're going to be a team to be reckoned with as we move into the next couple of years. Duda finally knocks down a 3 ball. It's her first 3-pointer. She has 7. But those shots weren't falling earlier.
Maybe that's a shot she will remember as a final one in her collegiate career. 16 seconds left. She was named the Elite 16 award winner for this year for the SIAC. And Tuskegee content to pound that basketball, and they will come away with a 16-point win over the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill, 56-40, in a ball game that at the halftime had all the tenor of going to be something totally different than what we see here as a final result.
Well, Spring Hill made Tuskegee work, certainly for the first 2.5 quarters. But once those baskets stopped falling for Spring Hill, Tuskegee took full advantage as a team that has played as well as it has this season is supposed to do. So, you know, you certainly give credit to the work that Spring Hill did, but Tuskegee did the job it was supposed to do and has done all season and has booked its ticket to the SIAC semifinals.
This one went true to form based upon the regular season. They defeated Spring Hill twice during the course of the regular season. And looks like they're going to have 3 the charm this time, as they'll defeat Spring Hill for the 3rd time in the course of the season, this time inside the championship ball game or the quarterfinal ball game, to push their way into the semifinals. Trying to get the attention of Coach Wester, but she went around the other way and back to the locker rooms. You can get to them on that backside, so I think she tricked us.
Well, you know, she knows she has her hands full with Clark Atlanta tomorrow. Maybe she's ready to go and start preparing for that. So good job by Coach Wester here today, but, you know, you move on. 2 more ball games if you want to win a championship.
They win this one over the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill, 56-40. So now both of our women's semifinals are set for tomorrow. It'll be Savannah State meeting the Lady Magicians of Lemoyne-on, and then at 2 o'clock tomorrow it'll be the Lady Panthers of Clark Atlanta and the Golden Tigers of Tuskegee. And of course we'll be here with the coverage. So the Lady Golden Tigers of Tuskegee win it 56-40. We'll wrap it here. The Golden Tigers win it 56-40 over the Lady Badgers of Spring Hill. More basketball just ahead here on ESPN+.